Hi guys, welcome to MNC Fitness, and this is actually like maybe our first main video where I'm talking and introducing myself. I am a mom of two boys. I am a nurse, and I am also a certified personal trainer. I just got certified this year, so I am really excited about that. Okay, so a little bit about my journey. I started in 2017. After having two kids, I was overweight. I was almost 200 pounds, and um, that is quite a bit of weight for somebody who's short because I'm 5'4". So, my BMI was very high. So I just, after having my second kid, I just kind of like kind of gave up. When I came from Kenya, I was 112 pounds. So you can imagine how much weight I gained. So my wake up call came when I went to the doctor because I had a severe migraine headache and I couldn't even drive, I couldn't see. And so when I got there, my blood pressure was very high. And he looked at me and he said, "You're very young, and I don't understand why you'd have, these health issues at this young age." So it was kind of like my wake up call. I also like used to have a lot of knee pain. And just going up the stairs. To this day, I still have knee pain, but with strength exercises, I'm able to reduce the pain. Throughout the time, throughout the years, I've been able to do that. So I am going to, this is like really highly requested video, and I just wanted to hop on here and show you, kind of like start a journey with you guys, like how I started my journey, and maybe this video is gonna motivate somebody about, their life, or maybe somebody wants to start right now. It's never too late to start. It's, don't ever give up, and that's my motto. So for me, how I started is I started by writing down my goals, and I wanted my goals to be realistic. I wanted to make sure that the goals I'm writing down are things that I know that are realistic. Some people write goals that are not realistic, and so they fail, and so then they give up. So, for example, somebody says, "I want to lose 20 pounds in a month," and that's not a realistic goal. A realistic goal would be something like saying, "Okay, I want to reduce my, carb intake, or I want to reduce my, sugar intake. I want to, from 2 teaspoonfuls maybe to teaspoon." So those are things that I can say they are realistic goals. So I started by writing down my goals. And the way I did it is I just took a piece of paper and I wrote down my goals. And so I am going to show you guys this piece of paper right here. And if you can see, hopefully it's going to show. You can see like I wrote down like eating healthy. I wrote down like the days I want to work out and all that kind of stuff. And so you can see I wrote down like reduce eating carbs, reduce fast food. I wanted to increase like my water intake. I was not drinking enough. So I did 1 gallon of water every day. So I would fill up a gallon of water in the morning when I got up, and I challenged myself to make sure that I finished it by the end of the day. Kind of increase my protein intake and stuff like that. I took this paper and I hang it up in, my bathroom, the wall, like by the mirror. So every morning I woke up, when I'm getting ready, when I'm brushing my teeth, I would look and see my goals, remind myself of my goals every day. And I also, kind of challenge me. So this paper is from 2017. You can see like right there. I wrote everything down. So another thing that I did is I weighed myself the first day when I decided that this is going to be a life-changing thing that I want to do for my lifetime. And so I wrote down my weight. I measured my arms, I measured my thighs, I measured my hips, I measured my waist area, I measured my my shoulders and all that kind of stuff to know like exactly what is my measurement. And so I wrote down my weight, I wrote down all my measurements. Another thing I did is I took pictures for the first day. It's always good to remind yourself where you came from. So I took pictures. I was not scared to take pictures. I wanted to know like exactly, like what am I dealing with. So I took pictures of myself the first day to just kind of remind myself like this is day one of a life-changing thing that I'm gonna do. So I did that. And I wrote down my weights and my measurements. I think it's in the corner right down here. And I just wrote down the goal. I said, like, okay, I am, let's say, for example, if you're 200 pounds, you say, I am 200 pounds right now. My goal is by the end of the year, maybe like 6, 8 months, or by the end of 2020, I want to lose 50 pounds. So my goal is to be, maybe I want to be 140 pounds. So you say I want to lose 60 pounds throughout the span of 6 months. So that's kind of something that realistic, or you're working towards it. So it's not like a short term thing that you want to bam, like go fast. So that's what I did. So I wrote down my goal. I would say, okay, my arms are like 10.8. I want it to be like maybe 10.6, or I want to tone my arms, or, I want to look a little bit bulky, or, whatever goals you have, that's what I did. So if I wanted, like, you'll see, I'll show you guys my pictures throughout my journey, because I lost so much weight. Then I started lifting weights. So then you can see, like, I'm a little bulky, kind of built up a little bit. So that's how I did it. So this is one thing I did. I wrote it, pinned it in the, like, by the mirror, by the bathroom. Another thing I did is I wrote goals that, sometimes you have secretive things that you don't want people to know in terms of your goals. So I use code words. Like, for example, if you see mine, like, if I can show you guys right there, you see I put like SMOABD. People don't understand what it means, but I wrote them somewhere, the meaning of them, so that way I would remind myself. So I would look and be like, once a week, maybe on a Sunday when I'm weighing myself, I'd go back and look and say, oh my goodness, I need to do this. I need to do all that kind of stuff. So I wrote down that kind of stuff, like those kind of goals. Like, I didn't want people to know, using code words. So first I did write the goals, made sure I pinned them by the bathroom, and by the sink, by my, just where I know every day I have to be there. So that way I can remind myself every morning and every evening before I go to bed. Another thing I did is I got a calendar, and you see, like, I've marked X's and zeros. So zero means, for me, it meant like I didn't work out that day. I ate really bad and it's just a bad day. So I put a zero. And then the days I did so good, I put an X. I ate well, I went to the gym, I exercised, I stayed on track, I drank my 1 gallon of water, I'll put an X. So in that way, this is very, very important. Reason being is, most people, they go to the gym maybe 3 days a week, and then they say, okay, now I went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe I went Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Saturday and Sunday, they want to let it loose. They want to just let it go, and guess what? Go back to zero again, start again. So it's a cycle repeating itself. It's always, they say you do the same thing expecting a different outcome, but you're not going to get it. So, right, just having that calendar remind you every day, like, hey, listen, it's been 5 days you've been eating bad. It's been 5 days you've not exercised. It's been 5 days you've not done this. It kept me on track. So I got a calendar. I pinned it with my goals. So my goals and my calendars were all right next to each other. And that way I would look and say, okay, listen, this month of January, I had 22 good days and maybe 5 bad days, type thing. Or month of January, I had 28 days and 2 bad days, type thing. So then at the end of the month, I would reward myself or something like that. So that's one thing I did. Another thing is I wrote my strength and my weaknesses. I wanted to know, like, what makes you fail? Because most people, the way I say, they just repeat the same cycle. They want a different outcome, but they have never sat down to really review and say, okay, listen, what is your weakness? What is your strength? And then now you see, how can I fix my weaknesses and stuff like that. So if like, wait, eating out is my weakness, not drinking enough water is my weakness. Write all those kind of stuff down. And that way, you always come back and say, have I improved on my weakness? How have I done this month? So that calendar too plays that part. So you can scribble on that calendar as much as you want to. So that's one thing I did. Another thing I did is I created what is called me time. Me time. I went to my schedule. I took 24 hours and I looked at it and I said, in that 24 hours, how many hours do I have? What do I do in that 24 hours? Look at the time and say, in 24 hours, what have I done? What have you achieved? Sometimes we go to work, we hang out, we just do this and that and stuff like that, but you've never had your me time. Me time is very important. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. It's just good overall for yourself. For example, I am a busy person. I work. I'm a nurse and all that. I have my mom and all that stuff. So what do I do? So I looked at my time and I said the only way I can have my me time is by getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'd get up at 4, go to the gym, and just relax and have my me time. And then when the day starts, I've already had my me time. So that's very, very important. It's good for you to have your me time. So that's another thing I did. Another very important part is I wrote down the why. Why are you doing this? Why? Are you doing it because somebody else is doing it? Are you doing this because it's competition where why are you doing it? Have a good reason why you're doing it. Are you doing this because of your kids? Are you doing this because you're tired of being overweight, sitting on the couch doing nothing? Your family and all that. Are you doing this because of your health? Why are you doing this? The why is very, very important. So write down the why. Always remember the why. So the why will always go with the goals, will go with everything. You see, like everything will flow together. So those are the things that I did. So I made sure I had my me time. I wrote my goals down. I wrote my weaknesses. I had my me time. Those are the most important things that I started with. I wrote down all my stuff and I made sure I weighed myself, took pictures to just motivate myself at the beginning of my journey, the beginning of a new chapter. So as we go on, I will show you guys like different meals. Like I will show you like how I did my meals, because I know like sometimes we have like American food and it's so different than what we're used to having, back at home and all that stuff. And you're back at home and you don't know how to do calories and all that stuff. How do I calculate all that stuff? So I will show you guys with time as we go. I will just give you nutrition advice. It's just like my own opinion, my own way I did it. It's not like I'm a certified nutritionist. I am not. I will just give you what worked for me and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully I didn't want to make this video so long because I know sometimes when you overflow people with information, it becomes too much. So those are the little things I started with. I just started by doing that kind of stuff. So I got myself a scale. I got myself a Fitbit watch to kind of keep tabs of how many steps I'm doing. You can even use your phone, when you're walking around the house and stuff like that to see, are you moving enough type thing. So to prepare myself for my journey, I got the calendar, I got the Fitbit, I got a weighing scale, I got, like all the material, all the stuff that I knew that I needed. I just got myself ready to just begin a new journey. So that's how I started my journey, and I'm still doing it to this day. I have a 2020 calendar, so I've been doing the same calendar thing for 3 years now. This because I started 2017, 2018, 2019, and it's 2020, and I'm doing it again. So I do it every year. Every beginning of the year, I get it and I just do it. And it's been a habit and it has helped me with my journey. So hopefully this little video is gonna help you jumpstart your journey. And as we go, I will, show you different. I'll film a lot more, like to kind of educate you guys on lifting and nutrition and different, forms of stretching and all the kind of stuff. I will go on and show you guys, and hopefully this video is gonna help you. And I'll see you in the next video. See you. Thank you. Bye.